Yo, shout out to the Most High. The top of the eyes, you win our lower state. It's L-Deez. Also known Lawrence One for another episode of I Need to Know. My special guest, introduce yourself.
It's your partner Hitta Slim, man. What's up, L, man?
For sure, man. What's happening?
What you thought I wasn't coming, man? What's happening? Let's go, man.
Come on, man.
You hear me?
Why would I think
Why
that?
would you think a thing like that?
You know what I mean? It's down for tit for tat. I showed up on time for you.
Say a lot less, man. You hear me?
It's tit for tat.
Yeah.
I showed up on time for you.
A lot less, man. Yeah, man.
So I like to ask all my guests this before we even get started. How did you get your name?
I got my name. My name. Well, you know what you see. We go back. So I got to start with the first name, or you want the updated name? Which
I want to go. I want to go now. I want to go present, then backwards.
Okay, let's do that. Okay, so Hitta Slim. Hitta Slim come from DJing. I started DJing, so I was DJ Hitta Slim. You dig what I'm saying? So I wasn't doing no rapping. It was DJ. So I was DJ Hitta Slim. And then as I started DJing, I got a better understanding for the music. So
what year is this?
This is 2.5 years ago.
Okay, gotcha. Because you know,
yeah,
okay.
It's 2.5 ago.
Okay, all right, this is gonna get interesting.
Okay, it's 2.5 ago. So boom. So I'm DJing. So I'm DJ Hitta Slim. I'm going out on the tour as a tour DJ. I'm doing all the opening acts and intermissions and all that. You know, I'm rocking straight as a DJ, putting all the young homies on, telling them to send me their music. You know, I was on that side of it. It wasn't about me. You know what I'm saying? So I got a whole nother understanding of the music on how I wanted to control the crowd. When I was reading the crowd, I started learning like, okay, this crowd, I got to play this crowd. So I got a better understanding for the music that I probably wouldn't have got if I ain't DJ. You feel me? So when I came back off the tour, I came back and I got in the studio and I was in there. I had a different perspective of even creating the music because now I'm going into it as a kind of like a rapper, but a DJ on what I would play as a DJ.
That's
you
right.
You know what I'm saying? So when I came into it like that, then I said, okay, boom. Next thing you know, I made a record some people fuck with in the streets, especially in my region, is the Hog record. You dig what I'm saying? Featuring the big homie Water on there. And I made the Hog record. I was just playing on the record when I made Hog. You feel me? I wasn't serious. I was really just describing the beat. Like just that 40 Water, that click shit, because the beat was wow, wow. So I was just playing on the record. But then, you know what I'm saying, people grabbed hold to it. So I just said, you know what? I'm going to just drop the DJ and just go into the rap thing. Hitta Slim.
Okay.
You feel
but
me?
how did you come up with the name?
Hitta Slim come from my past career in the music game under the artist known as La Rue. So then I had La Rue the hard hitter. So during that time,
that was it.
You dig what I'm saying? I had La Rue the hard hitter. So from La Rue the hard hitter, I did a mixtape. I did a mixtape with DJ Juice. Shout out DJ Juice. I did a mixtape with DJ Juice called Hitta Slim.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was La Rue Hitta Slim. So I always had the little title.
You had the hitter around. The hitter's always been around. Is that what you're saying?
Come on with me. Man. Come on with me.
Hey, let me sound like the Black Hulk Hogan.
Come on.
What you're saying is that the hitter's always been around.
Listen. You know?
So check this out, though. So you got La Rue. How did you come up with that name?
My big brother, Tay Miles, right? Stay ready. It originates from my real name. You dig what I'm saying? And it's just, you know what I'm saying, it's close to that. So boom, instead of just hollering that real handle, my big brother just went into the La Rue thing. And then from that, I started rapping and I just stuck with my street name with the La Rue, went into that. And actually the same person that gave me the name La Rue is the person who hooked me up with AWOL Records.
Okay.
Still my big brother to this day, man. Shout out Stay Ready.
Okay.
You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the same person ended up making that connection from a jailhouse connect, because he was incarcerated when he made this connection. And then the people, you know what I'm saying, reached out to me. It was all a jailhouse connect. And he was in the hole at the time. So I didn't really know what happened. But I knew once I got that call and I did the 2+2, and I said, I'm on the gas.
Okay.
So now it's a different meaning behind this. Now it's a different type of aggression to make sure that I connect these dots.
So I got to ask you a question, man. We're going to get into the AWOL, but I got to ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
Are you from Richmond?
Yes, sir.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes, sir.
Because you one of them artists that nobody really knows.
Right.
Like, you could go anywhere. Like, damn, like it's...
You know why? Because, you know, and that's the real blessing of the game. Because, you know what I'm saying? Of course, like, you know, I grew up you know what I'm saying, in the Bay Area the whole time between whether I was in Oakland or I was in Richmond, in between them two cities. But from going to, because even in junior high, you know, I also went to Bret Hart. So that's how I know artists like Keith the Snake. We had classes together and came up together. So it's a lot of, you know what I'm saying, transition that I did through the Bay. But of course, you know, middle school, high school, all that stuff, college, all that was in Richmond. But you know, coming up in the game, I always went with the neutral card, to whereas I ain't never getting nobody politics. I never felt like I was gonna let somebody make me choose up on a situation. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. You my dog. I can't, you know what I'm saying, unless, I mean, you know what I'm saying, keeping it real, certain circumstances apply, but overall, can't no other man tell me I can't be cool with L.
Yeah.
I never put myself in that situation where I'm gonna let another man tell me, L, that's my dog. Yeah. So how somebody gonna tell me y'all done had? I was.
But I know why though. You know why?
Go ahead.
Because you L.
Listen, you hear me? When you got two L's in the game, you ain't gonna let them. You can't let a motherfucker play with you like that, man. Yeah. Simple as that. But yeah, I just always stayed in my lane, bro. I never came in feeling like I had nothing to prove. I came up around a number of real niggas. I was blessed to get the game from the best to do it, especially from my side, from the whole West Coast, man. I was blessed to be around the best of them. You feel me?
Okay.
You know?
All right. Well, this is what I want to ask you. How was it growing up in Richmond? And what part of Richmond are you from?
I grew up in Uptown. Uptown is near the Richmond BART station. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. So is that by Kaiser Hospital?
No, that's a little lower down. It's like in the 20th and Barrett area. Okay. It's like right by the Richmond BART station. So that's why I came up in that area. And you got to also think, too, like, you know, so I got a record deal at 18.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Things got different for me as a young. When I was young, I was hanging out and doing all the young shit. But once I got that record deal with AWOL at 18, my life changed forever.
Talk about that.
Like I said, I was hanging in the streets, you know what I'm saying, with my dog Stay Ready. He was from a different side of town. We wasn't even from the same neighborhood. He was from Easter Hill. He was from the South Side. Okay. So, but it didn't, you know, none of that mattered back then. Like I tell some of the youngsters, like, you know what I'm saying, back then, I'm one of the few dudes that know what it's like to be in every neighborhood in Richmond. I was able to go, back then, you could go everywhere. Mm-hmm. This before all it was the different beefs and all this and all that. Everybody was everywhere. You know what I mean? So once, you know what I'm saying, things start separating, me and my big bro who put me on with the shit, we start venturing off and going to other cities and doing different things and all that. Unfortunately, he got caught up in a situation and ended up getting incarcerated. So not long after getting incarcerated, boom, he locked me up with the situation. Boom, I do the situation. AWOL Records was based out of Fairfield. I packed it up. Boom, I'm gone. Feel me? So they had a whole office out there. They had an AWOL house. I'm a youngster. I'm out there. I packed it all up. You know what I'm saying? It was like, pfft.
So did they have one in Fairfield and Sac?
I mean, you know, they was original, you know, because Bo and the owner of AWOL, you know what I'm saying, they originated from Sac, but the home base was in Fairfield.
So this is what I want to know. Who was the CEO of AWOL?
Freddie T. Smith.
Freddie T. Smith.
And he was incarcerated. So the call that I got came directly from his word. Like, hey, man, he had his people, which was Marshall Tubbs. Shout out Marshall Tubbs. He sent the word to Marshall Tubbs and had Marshall Tubbs reach out to me. He called me, you know, back then we had the house phones. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I come home and my mama like, hey, you know, you got a
message
from a message, you know, because you had to take a message. Back then, you know, it was a little sticky note, like, and I'm looking at it, but she wrote A1 Records.
Yeah.
And mind you, I'm a little knucklehead. I ain't doing nothing. Ain't no record label calling me. So I'm like, what is this? I'm like, Mama, quit playing with me. Like, I'm looking at this like, what is this? Yeah. I called a number back and they answered AWOL, and my big cousins and all them was on the C-Bo, all the, you know what I'm saying, you know, all the classics, stomping in my steel. So I always came up, even though they was all older than me, all my big cousins was slapping that. So I knew. They said AWOL, and I'm like, I'm on the phone, then they froze, like,
yeah.
AWOL? Like C-Bo, nigga?
Yeah.
Like, so boom. From then, he told me to, see, luckily, I believed in myself at a young age, too. So I was spending my little $5, $10 paying for studio time. Back then, I used to record at Poor Man Studio in Richmond. I used to, you know, Big Face Studios in Richmond. There was a couple little studios. I used to pay my little $5, $10 back then, record on a 4-track, make me a little high-buys demo tape. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
So when I did get that call and they was like, let me hear something, what you got? boom, I put the, back then you put it to the phone. I went and got the headphone, boom, put it to the thing. I played it. Then he was like, okay, that sound cool. Then he was like, rap something on the spot. I rap my life out. Nigga.
You remember that rap?
Hell no, I don't remember that. I know,
they always gonna sign his ass right now. You got a deal on the table right now.
I would have gave it to you for sure. But nigga, I know I rap for my life. I stepped outside when I remember, I'll never forget. I took, you know what I'm saying, we had the cordless phone back then. You dig what I said? Pull out the antenna, the whole shit. You feel me? We walk out to the front, I go out there and right then he told me, man, you signed. He was like, where can I send the contracts? I'm like, now I gotta find a fax machine.
Yeah.
To have them fax it to. So I went and did the the Kinko shit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm sitting up in there, boy. Nigga, that shit came through the fax machine, boy. Wasn't no looking back.
So was this what I want to know about AWOL? Was Sebo a board member, or just just the main artist?
I don't know I know he was the main artist for sure, but I don't know his business situation and what he had going on.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I ain't really sure. But when I first went to AWOL, you know what I'm saying, Sebo was still down, so he wasn't even out yet. But when he came home, that's when he did the classic like Till My Casket Drop, and we did West Coast Tripping, and it was crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was legendary, man. I watched, you know what I'm saying, real history being made. I still remember when he put out the song. It was a 3 Strike song, I believe, and because he was in trouble with the law, whatever the case may be. And I remember they was like making threats, like if he put out the music, they was gonna violate him type shit. And
that's like, on Enemy of the State, if I remember correctly.
No, that was Till My Casket Drop.
Okay.
But when he dropped it, sure enough, they came and got him.
Yeah.
You remember that? And it was huge. It was, you know what I'm saying? Those is times in history. It's like, bro, think about that. Think about that right now, bro. That man released some music and the police came and arrested him. Nigga, think about that, bro. Yeah. If you sit back and a lot of people don't bring up them times in this rap history, but nigga, that was big. And I was a youngster. I was a teenager watching that shit like, damn.
Yeah.
Feel me?
Yeah.
So,
And shout out to Bo, man.
The big homie Bo Low.
Yeah, he one of the dopest. I think he might be in the top 5 from California.
And that nigga Bo still look like he like, you know what I'm saying, soft 30s. He did what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he
hell
looking real young, man. My OG looking good out here, man.
For sure, man. So what was the first album that you dropped on AWOL?
It was called Fear No Fate.
Okay.
It was called Fear No Fate. It was a solo album. I had all the label mates on there with me. That was my first one. Then I dropped the album on AWOL called Ghetto Perfection. That was another solo album. Then I dropped the album with my dog Lil Rick. Me and Lil Rick did an album, Different Reality. Shout out Lil Rick, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. And then from then, the business side of the label started getting different. Everybody started leaving the label, going about their different things. And so slowly but surely, the label ended up, dropping all the artists. And now it's time to get out there and figure it out for myself. You know what I mean?
What was one of the things that you actually learned being so young on a label?
You know what? Even on a label, like I used to go up to the office, I was curious. I always wanted to know. I wanted to know shit. Like I was watching, I wanted to know. I mean, at first I didn't. First I was just, you know what I'm saying? I didn't, I was just enjoying the ride. You feel me? But as time went on, I wanted to know. I realized I was peeping how business went. Back then, they had all the one stops and the one sheets, and because it was physical copies. Mm-hmm. So they had the, the call list where they would call all the stores. It was people sitting in there that would call the stores and have them place an order. You dig what I'm saying? So I was just learning a lot of shit. And once I left, I was just like, damn. Actually, when I left after that, not long after, I ended up getting a recording studio.
Okay.
It was in Richmond on 24th and Barrett, right there on the corner.
Talk about touring.
I've been on a few tours. I've been on, I've been on quite a few tours. I've toured with, of course, 40, Keek. Back then, it wasn't really.
Oh, my bad. I meant talk about touring during the AWOL days.
We had we used to go play. We used to play like Seattle and up there a lot. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really tours. We didn't really do too many tours. We was in LA a lot. But you know what? I was blessed enough to where I came in the game that as a label, we did go to like the Gavin convention.
Yeah, I remember they had one in Frisco.
We went to one in San Diego. You know what I'm saying? We went to a couple different things. You know, it was another one. What was the name of that other one back then?
Was the Jack the Rapper?
I can't remember what it was, man. But yeah, it was that was new for me because I just remember the main thing about that was us showing up there as a unit at every venue that we showed up at. All our content was already there, all our flyers, all our shit, because we was on Version New Tribe.
Oh.
So it was a deal involved, and that's when I peeped the power of the machine. Like when, you know, back then, I was like, damn, we showed everywhere we showed up. Our promo was laid out. And we like, damn, we ain't, you feel me? This was back then. So I was just thinking like, damn, if you ain't got that machine, how do you top this?
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? It's different, bro. You know?
Out of your albums on AWOL, which one sold the most?
Definitely the first one. The first one, Fear No Fate, I don't remember the numbers and shit, but we was all doing good numbers. Everything was doing good numbers, especially for back then, physical copies. But back then, I remember, you know, AWOL was so hot. Anything that dropped, people was buying that shit for sure. And, you know, I was a kid, bro. I was trying to figure it out.
Who were some of the people that you actually looked up to that inspired you the most?
Just all my big bros, because I was the youngest on the label. So, you know what I'm saying? So these are all my big bros. You know what I'm saying? You know, even like Miss Marvelous. Marvelous is a female OG. I looked up to Marvel. I looked up to Bo. I looked up to Killer Tay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Tay Capone, man, all that he was.
Killer Tay was raw and marvelous.
You hear me?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I had a lot of
because them was real. The crazy thing, them was real rappers.
I had a lot of heroes around me that I was like, man, they all raw. So even me being able to share the mic, share the studio with them, bro, just to, you know what I'm saying? And you know, shit is different now too, because now when it's, you know, we in a new era, bro, whereas now they got the Pro Tools.
Okay.
So you bop, 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 you know, even, and there's nothing wrong with that because that's how I rock too. I be bop, 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 all that. That's the technology. You got to move with it. But back then, you ain't punching. Nigga, if you punch in, you can't really rap, nigga. And that's what it was, man.
Yeah.
If you punch, if you can't go in there and spit your verse, you ain't really no rapper.
Yeah. Okay, so
and no, hold on, look. I ain't, because I don't really agree with that to this day. Because it's a new day and age. I don't agree with the fact that if you got to punch in, you ain't no. Nah, it ain't. I don't agree with that because the technology wasn't available. So for back then to punch in, it was a big inconvenience because we, you know, when I came in, it was ADATs and shit like that.
Well, my thing is this: if you hold on, let me give props out to the train. You know,
blow the horn, man. Yeah, it's getting it. Hey, they turning up. They hear us. Hey, the train coming.
For sure.
Let's go. You hear me?
So,
what's the name of it? The train. Yep. Come on. For sure. Thank you, bro.
So, this is what I think about punching. I'm thinking this.
Come on. I want this.
If you actually have to punch all the time to rap a record or make a rap song, then that's not rapping. But if you could rap like for real, like kick a 16 or a 32 or whatever and stuff like that, then you could rap. However, there is certain assistances that you could use for punching, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, I look at it differently, bro, because it's two different levels of the game. Okay, now, the reason why I say it's nothing wrong with punching, because really when you punching, like nowadays the way Pro Tools is, it's really like you almost freestyling in Pro Tools.
Yeah.
So it's no different, bro, than if you just, you know what I'm saying, you really freestyling. Now, if you write your verse, you writing it. Now, it depends, because if you just write your verse and, you know what I'm saying, you memorize it and you got the shit all perfect, sometimes perfect ain't really it no more.
That's right.
Motherfuckers don't, because now you rapping it too perfect and you just too, it don't sound, I want to hear the
grittiness.
Yeah, I want to hear the raw, uncut. You know
Definitely.
So that's why sometimes the punch shit, like you know, I mean, the first person, one of my people that personally that I saw record like that, I knew niggas was doing it, but the first time I grew respect for it and understanding it was with my brother Jack, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I saw Jack start. Jackster was the first artist that I personally rocked with that I saw start recording like that. So basically, he was recording in Pro Tools.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he was just coming bar for bar off the head though. So it was the raw, uncut. It was the raw thought. You didn't overthink about it 5 minutes. Let me say the perfect bar, say the perfect this. He just came with the raw, uncut. And I wasn't doing it yet back then. And I was just like, damn, that shit was crazy. Because then I hear the finished product and it's raw and uncut.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like when I was saying, like as far as like the punching technique, I'm not knocking it, but I'm saying like if you can't kick a 16 straight, that's what I'm saying.
A nigga gotta be able to do that if need be. But it's just all on what kind of, because like I say, it's still a need for that. And you right, I agree. A nigga need to be able to write a verse and kick a verse.
Or just kick a verse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
you know, like a nigga can't say the ABC, so we gotta go ABC. Okay, give me again. DEF. Okay, give me again. EFG. I mean, if a nigga go,
but sometimes it ain't about that.
Yeah,
it's about the win.
That's right.
Do you want to say you know? It's a lot of dynamics to the
For
shit.
sure.
You feel me? So it just depends, bro. It just depends. You know, anybody, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, because the game is weird and the rap game is weird. Like you got artists who could freestyle out this motherfucking world, but it's difficult to make a record.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got artists that can make dope ass records but can't kick a freestyle.
That's right.
So it's just it's a weird game.
Yeah,
it's all on your angle on how you want to, you know what I'm saying, deliver your talent. You dig what I'm saying?
So you make beats too, right?
Nah, I can't call myself a producer. I mean, I've made beats for sure in the past, but nah, I'm not. You know, so I got a production team and I got a couple producers right now that's just like, man, I got a little EJ, you know what I'm saying, Tracks FDR, you know what I'm saying, Mac Menace Beats, my boy Rad, you know what I'm saying. I got like a cold production team. My dogs that just pretty much keep me flooded. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like I get. You know, my beats are so consistent that you know, I don't listen to beats no more until I'm about to go record, cause I don't want to get to know the beat like that.
Yeah, and like you said, you still kind of want to keep it rough around the edges.
Raw. I don't want no rehearsal. I want to hear it and I want to go rap. So I don't sit. I used to back in the day sit there and vibe to the beats and all this and all that.
Well, studio time was a lot more. So you had to have your shit together.
Well, I had back then, but then I had a studio right after AWOL. So I always had a recording facility. I feel like most artists, you know what I'm saying, if you really gonna be taking this shit serious, you gotta have a home base, whether it's your own studio or whatever. But to be consistent and drop a lot of content, if that's what you're trying to do, you should always keep a facility to record at. You feel me?
You know what's crazy about studios now? That just like there's a keyboard there, somebody got a gun in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Am I lying? A motherfucker got the strap right next to the keyboard.
Hey, bro. Hey, but you know what, though? On some real shit, bro, that shit ain't fun no more, man. That shit ain't fun. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, even my young homies, I be telling them, you know what I'm saying? Like, if anything in my early career in this music shit, if it was anything like I could do differently, I would have just kept it player the whole time. Keep it playing, man. You know what I'm saying? Because especially now, though, too. So I be telling the little young niggas, because they be reaching out to me, and I'm going to give them all the game I can give them, for sure. I don't want nothing. I give them all the game I can give them. But at the same time, my main thing be keep it player, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of hard to do this rap shit in funk, bro.
It is.
It's really, you know what I'm saying, it's really a contradiction of what you're trying to do, because it ain't, you have to be scheduled to be places.
Yeah. Have you ever been under that cloth where you couldn't perform in certain places?
Nope. I never put myself deep into politics like that. I mean, of course, you know what I'm saying, things was a lot more spunky during the AWOL days and the gangster rap days, so things was different. So of course I was moving in the same rooms with all that, you know, that type of crowd. So I mean, it was always like dealing with them type of threats and stuff like that. But you know what I'm saying, I just, you know, of course I was always moving smart, head on a swivel, but I ain't never feel like, you know what I'm saying, I had to trip like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, but of course that's what. But you know, back in them, in the '90s and in them certain, you know, times, it was like that was the atmosphere. You feel me? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask you the question of the week. Do you consider Lil Wayne an old school artist?
I consider him a young OG.
Yeah,
for sure. He a young OG, and that's raw as fuck.
That's right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He a young OG for sure.
Do you consider yourself an OG in the game?
Yes. Yes, for sure. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I can keep it real, right? Because when I got back into rapping, it was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? You listening to niggas and motherfuckers is telling you this, you got to do that. Oh, you got to do what the youngsters doing. You got to do this, you got to do that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to keep it 100. I came and tried to do some of that. Like, oh, okay.
With the auto-tunes and stuff?
And nigga, I was trash like a motherfucker in my opinion. I was like, nigga, that made me back up out the rap game. Yeah. I was like, I'm cool. See, now my style is, you know what I'm saying, effortless, because I ain't got to try. I get to do this shit and just be me. Yeah. I don't got to try and act like I'm a young nigga. I don't got to say what the young niggas is doing. I ain't got to do none of that. You know what I'm saying? My shit is on an organic platform and an organic frequency to where it's, you know what I'm saying? If I get to trying, bro, that shit is trash.
Yeah.
When I just let that shit hang, I get a response from my people.
You know what? Would you say that more? I hear a lot of people our age say that they don't like the music now, right? Have you ever heard somebody say that?
Yep. And I got something to say about that because, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people don't understand, like, you know what I'm saying, especially people from our generation. They can't find, so it's not that they don't like the music, but they got to go back and slap the old school shit for them to get the feeling that they looking for. None of the music is giving them the feeling. It's really the feeling that they want, something to put them in that vibe. They don't want they might not want the younger sound. They might, and there's nothing wrong with the younger sound, but I'm just saying, or they might want it sometimes, but it's certain shit from like maybe say a Spice One Day or a, you know what I'm saying, just some of the, a Messy Marv Day or one of these days coming up that they want that vibe. So the new content that's coming out is not giving them that vibe. So they want that vibe, but with an updated twist.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So I feel like, a lot of, because I realized that my following and my supporters, and, they ain't really, my fans is really my friends, bro. Like,
yeah,
I got a different relationship with the people that rock with me. Like, I consider, like, because, I've really built friendships, even me building a new fan base. I interact with my fans, bro. Like, they my partners, you know what I'm saying? Like my Instagram is like my phone, like a text message. We be texting, what's up, man? Y'all, how y'all good? You good today? Like, it ain't just, I don't want nothing from them. It's just that we friends now. We built a relationship. They done supported me. They give me feedback on shit. So we like, you know what I'm saying? But I say that to say it's like, it circles back to like the people just want that feeling. They want to be able to, like, especially the older generation. So now I got a fan base that's it's diverse, it's all races, and it's all ages, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a middle pocket where I don't be trying to, you know what I'm saying, I don't shit on the young niggas because I fuck with the young niggas. They my niggas. You dig what I'm saying?
Would you say that more people are good at rapping now than as opposed to the 90s?
You can't never really say that because what's good? Good is a frequency. Good is how it being comfortable to the earlobe. You dig what I'm saying? It gotta be comfortable.
Do you think that the local radio stations are supportive of local artists?
You here in the Bay Area?
Yes.
I would say yes to it. I mean, it just depends. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, it takes a team, bro. Nobody can put that on one DJ or put that on one person. You know what I'm saying? It takes a movement. You know what I'm saying? And like even radio, just not too long ago, they was definitely supporting me, and they've supported me over my career whenever I put the work in and create a wave. If you create a wave, it's like I think in this region, a lot of artists don't understand. It's not the radio's responsibility to make you hot.
Yeah.
You supposed to go get hot, and then the radio has no choice but to fuck with you. That's what happened. Like I put out a record called Jackhammer. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't reach out to no radio stations or really anything. I didn't send it out, nothing. I had the people get behind it and start supporting it. And when the people stood up, then it's something like, okay, the people rocking with this versus the radio keep taking chances and trying to pull this artist. What artist should they pick?
Yeah.
Let's just say if we is going to say, hey, what artist should they pick? So it's like the artist got to, now you have to create a wave on the streets, and then they're going to be like, okay, this record is going, you know what I'm saying?
You've been in the game a minute. What is some of your obstacles that you feel like are around now that wasn't around before?
Obstacles now that wasn't around before. I don't really know if it's too many. I think it got easier.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not nothing's easy, but I'm just saying back then, you had to manufacture.
Yeah.
You had to manufacture. Now, you know what I'm saying? You can literally get hot overnight, one click of a button.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't know. I say everything kind of balanced out, but see, even though it is that easy to get hot, the difference is between now and back then. Back then, it wasn't as many rappers.
Yeah.
So now, it's easier to get hot, but now it's 1 trillion rappers.
Yeah.
So that made it balanced. It's like when the prices, you know what I'm saying, go up and down, everything, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that balanced it. You dig what I'm saying? So it went from, You know what I'm saying? It's only like, even when I was coming up, it was a handful of rappers. You can name them all. They all had a different style.
That's
From
right.
Quinn, Keek, all the mess, everybody, you can name a bunch of rappers. Everybody had their own different style. So it was only a handful of niggas. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, you got rappers out of every city in this region for sure, whether it's the suburbs to the hood. It's rappers everywhere. So, and that's still cool, but now it's that easy, but it's a million other motherfuckers doing it.
Yeah. So how did you get hooked up with 40 and the Sick With It deal?
Okay. Well, the CEO of AWOL and the CEO of Sick With It, which is E-40, they're cousins.
Oh,
They family. So it's a family situation. So even coming up as a young teenager, I was always around the homies. Like, shout out Muggsy, my big bruh. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, you know what I'm saying, the whole, back then it was like, so I was already around them. I was a youngster though, because, I was just watching, like, Water and Bo do their thing and all that. Spice. I was there watching it, but I was a young nigga, little fly on the wall, just peeping game. So I was already connected to them, and I was already cool with Muggsy. So when the transition happened, I started grinding for myself, and I made a song called Tycoonin', and I had the Federation on there, Keek. I ended up putting Jack on. I was making noise on the streets with the song, so I'm trying to get Big Dog on it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm reaching out to Muggsy and whatnot, like, Muggsy, I'm trying to get, you know what I'm saying? So eventually I ended up getting Water on the phone, and he was just like, man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll get on the record, but man, let's talk about some business. What you want to do? Like, some partnership shit. But let me just say something real between that, because it didn't just happen like that. What happened was Freddie T came home, the CEO of AWOL.
that's right.
He came home. Now, mind you, the label kind of went down and everybody went their separate ways. But, I'm forever grateful when somebody do something to me. I'm just a loyal dude. So if somebody go out their way from me, I'm going to always remember that. I'm going to always be like, man, that was solid. You know what I'm saying? So even when he, you know what I'm saying, I never felt, I knew that when I got into the deal, it might not have been the best deal. I don't know. But I just know I ain't had no other options. So I was grateful for my situation. That's me. You know what I'm saying? Because it was the branding. Nobody could take the branding from me. So regardless, I signed as a young nigga, maybe 4 or 5 years, whatever the case may be. Boom. So when he came home, we was still good. I was, you know what I'm saying? He rocking with me. One day he picked me up and was like, man, ride with me. I'll slide with him. I can't remember. We either went out to Monterey or Salinas. I can't remember what city it was. But I didn't even know where we was going. I'm just a little homie sliding with him. And come to find out, we going to an E-40 concert.
Yeah.
It was me and him. So that's his cousin, mind you. So boom. So when they go over there and talk, I'm just chilling. I'm sitting back, you know what I'm saying, playing my role, woo, woo. But I remember they chopping it up, and I don't know if Water was like, you know what I'm saying, man, who you with, woo, woo. But I just remember Water looking, just like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying, woo, 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 you know what I'm saying. But it was just a blessing. I just, you know what I'm saying, stayed around. He wasn't really tripping on the music shit like that no more. But I was still always like, my nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So later on, like I said, back to what I was saying, when I reached out for the record, you know what I'm saying, he liked the record, radio was supporting it, I was making some noise with the record, I had good dudes on it, Keek, I had Federation on it, I had Jack on it, Quinn, I was throwing the record around, and radio started showing the love, so when I reached out to 40, he was just like, man, we could probably do some more things.
Yeah.
And from then, at that time, I think I was in some trouble with the law back then too, so I was like fighting a case and shit. And I just remember it was another one of those situations where I was like, man, I gotta just jump on whatever I could jump on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like I rocked with them, and it was close to the fam, so it was comfortable. You dig what I'm saying?
Yep.
So just from then, it's genuine.
How long you been on Sick With It?
I've been rocking with since the 2000s for sure. 2000s for sure. What is it? Maybe 07. It's been a long time. It's family business now. Like now it ain't really about none of the label stuff and none of that. Like it's my family. You know what I'm saying? Like Water, that's my big homie. Like that's real fam. You know
and could you drop like anytime you want to? Like
yeah. I mean, yeah. Like I say, it ain't never you know what I'm saying? Water always supportive with the music thing. He ain't never, you know what I'm saying, trying to slow down nobody movement or nothing. He always supportive with it. He gonna post it, comment on it, you know what I'm saying, all that. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about the first time you was in the studio with him.
Ah, damn. When was the first time? I think the first time, cause when I came, damn, when was the first time? Well, it was 40 had opened up like a compound studios, you know, and so it was a label studio. So I think we used to all be in there. So I can't remember what the exact first time was though.
You remember y'all first song that y'all recorded?
That was when I got him on the remix.
Gotcha.
And I was fired up too.
Yeah,
so now,
yeah.
So now on one song I had Water, I had Jack, I had Keek, I had Federation, and I had Quinn. You wasn't gonna tell me nothing.
Yeah.
You feel me? You wasn't gonna tell me nothing.
What do you think the connectability is between people our age, you know what I'm saying, your age, and the youngsters? Like, you know what I'm saying? Do they take a lot of advice?
Well, I think, I think some of the OGs get frustrated with the youngsters because they don't follow that lead. But, you know what I'm saying, the youngsters is, you know what I'm saying, they shot, man, and they, you know what I'm saying, you just gotta, because, you know, a lot of my young homies reach out to me and they actually fuck with me, but it wasn't always like that. They didn't start fucking with me. I mean, they always fuck with me and show me my respect, but they didn't start reaching out to me and really, you know what I'm saying, like the love really going both ways until they felt like I was doing something that was raw to them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As the OGs just like, just because you're an OG, that don't mean that what you doing is raw to them. They got to be looking at it like, that nigga doing his thing. It got to be raw to them.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, a lot of OGs feel like the young niggas owe them something and, oh, you know, I did this, woo, woo. It ain't raw to them. So then they gonna go in their own direction. But if it's raw to them, they gonna step, hey, big brother, I fuck with that.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because, you know what I'm saying, I'm making a point, like, I don't be bothering nobody or doing none of that, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, some of the young homies reach out, and I'll be like, bro, it's love. The love go both ways. But they like, big brother, we fuck with that. Because a lot of the younger generation, they don't fuck with a lot of shit.
That's what I was telling my partner.
OG shit, nah.
I said, because I was doing something with some music in my partner, and I was like, yeah, man, the youngsters is fucking with that. And he said, yeah, why is you shocked? I said, in this game, youngsters do not fuck with OGs like that.
Man.
Especially if you ain't already like where they think you should be at.
It gotta be raw to them. They gotta see what you doing and be like, that shit raw. Okay, that's some player shit. They, you know what I'm saying? They gotta genuinely fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? And that's my thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, I had to realize it's a difference between you know what I'm saying, just being a rapper and being an entertainer.
Yeah,
Like, I realized, you know what I'm saying, my
entertainers punch.
Hell yeah, nigga. Hell yeah. Hey, look, but you gotta understand. Like, look, you know what I'm saying? People want to be entertained, bro. I don't give a fuck if it's one person. My dog over there, I want him to watch this shit and be entertained, bro.
Yeah.
Otherwise, look, he watching this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta self-entertain. If this shit don't never go live, if it don't never broadcast, we gotta be sitting here enjoying our interview and chopping it up. Like, you know what, I'm enjoying these questions. I'm entertained.
Yeah, that's right.
It don't matter what's going on. You gotta be entertained if you're in the entertainment business. It can't just be a lot of. It was times in my career where I was standing there. I was too cool for school.
Yeah,
I gotta stay in one spot. I can't smile. You know what I'm saying? I can't smile. Gotta be. That's how the game was.
Yeah,
now, nigga, I'm skipping across that motherfucking stage. I'm doing. And guess what? The people know when you care. They know I don't give a fuck. I don't consider myself no professional dancer. I can't dance like that. Yeah. But I'm enjoying myself.
You know what I'm about to say, right?
Go ahead.
It's a frequency.
Listen, you hear me? Listen to me. Hey, look, and see, and the thing is, people know when you having fun, bro. You can't fake that shit, man.
Yeah.
You can't fake that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I just think a lot of the time I stop focusing on, you know what I'm saying, the masses. You know what I'm saying? And I focus on the immediate people that fuck with me.
Yeah.
I want my dogs to genuinely watch the shit and be happy because I feel like my niggas and the people that I fuck with, if I can genuinely entertain them, a lot of my dogs got good taste, man. They good guys. They good. Like, I got my peoples that's like, nah, bro, I really like that shit.
Yeah.
And that's the shit that keep me going is knowing that, you know what I'm saying, if I can start there and genuinely I don't want you to slap my shit because you my partner.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, though.
Yeah, for sure.
But in the back of your mind, you like, man, let me play my nigga shit, man. You feel me? I don't want that.
Yeah.
I'm sure I done had times where that now I want, you know what I'm saying, and now I realize it is becoming that because I got people who I never met. Like, you know what I'm saying, one of my last events, it tripped me out. I had the homie come from Vegas, drove up. My dogs came from Long Beach, drove up. You know what I'm saying? my boy came out here from Columbus, Ohio. You know what I'm saying? We had people in the building from England. We had people. It just be crazy. Like people be coming out and really showing love, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of my events now, I do private events. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to dial in with the people that fuck with me. That's what I don't care if it's 10 people. Them 10 people that's there, they gonna be fucking with me. They gonna be like, hey, we came to fuck with you. We came to support, and the love gonna go both ways.
When it comes to keeping it real, could you tell your partner or somebody that they shit is weak?
I mean, at the end of the day, if that's your real partner, that's your duty. You ain't got to tell him it's weak, but just, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If something ain't right, I'll just be like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Just keep working, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? You got to tell a nigga. Because you don't want to crush him, but you got to tell. I mean, instead of you telling him, hey, nigga, that shit hard. That's fake shit. To hear that shit, I'm going to hear that shit and be like, yeah, okay, my nigga, yeah, keep working, boy. You know what I'm saying? Keep working. I kept it funky with you. Keep going. Yeah. I ain't going to knock you because I want to see you get better.
Yeah. Is it a rapper's job to speak against social injustice or out on social injustice?
Nah, it's not the job, but I mean, you know, it's a strong possibility though, because when you're an artist, you have a voice, you got a platform.
Do rappers have another job besides rapping? When it comes to community things and stuff like that?
I mean, you can't really say that. That's like saying do a news anchor have, you know, a lot of artists are like, you know what I'm saying, you're a reporter. Yeah. You're a poet.
Well, some people would say that being a rapper when we was coming up, oh man, that nigga got to do something for his community or the nigga ain't real. I'm saying, does that still pen?
I mean, it just depends. It depends on what kind of bonds you let the people put you in.
Okay.
You feel me? Does Sal Castaneda have to do that? He be on TV. He got a big voice. He can be, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So people are reporting too their truths, especially with this with a lot of this music. People speaking on their hardships and they coming up, they reporting what's going on in the streets. They the voice, like you got artists who call the voice of the streets and, you know, voicing, speaking on. So I mean, yeah, I think it's a great thing to always, you know what I'm saying, show love and give back and, you know what I'm saying, speak on things, but you know what I'm saying, you can't put that on, because if you just say a rapper, is it on a movie star too? Is it on the NFL players and the ball players? You know, niggas can't always single out the artists. You know
but do you think that rappers have a particular different connectability with the urban than a motherfucking person that's a tennis player?
I mean, of course, if we talking about urban, for sure.
That's all we talking about, though, Rue.
For sure. Okay.
Or my bad, Slim.
Yeah. Come on, get me right, man. Keep me there. Hey, I mean, yeah. I think, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I think it is definitely a duty to be able to, you know what I'm saying. You know, some type of way spread some positivity to the game. I think that is a duty. You know what I'm saying. You know, but it's just so many different things. It means like on what level. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it's just, yeah, I think it's definitely a duty, though, to speak on some positivity. Bring some positivity to the game. Okay. Some type of way, whether it's giving back, whether it's spreading positive energy, whether it's, you know what I'm saying, but speaking on riots and all that, I don't think it's no artist particular, you know, or speaking on vaccines or doing none of that. You can't, I don't think so.
Is the art of storytelling lost?
It ain't lost, but it ain't at the forefront. It ain't lost. Because now I think there's a lot of this new, cause I feel like in some of my music I do a lot of telling. Like I kind of walk you through my day, from the tedious stuff to the, you know what I'm saying, what I did, and make you feel like, you know what I'm saying, you can relate to a lot of things, because I speak on regular things like going to the tire shop or having a, you know, whatever. But I'm just saying, it's just like a lot of people, they don't want to think as much. You know what I'm saying? Think about it nowadays. The weed stronger. You dig what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit different now, man. You know, the liquor way more accessible. Niggas don't want to think too much. You make me think too much, I'm out of there on your ass. As a fan. I'm saying as a fan. I'm not saying what nobody else like, but if somebody made me think too much, I might dip.
You know what's crazy, though? Because I say that's the difference between Tupac and Nas. Tupac and Nas are two of my favorite artists, but Tupac simplifies what Nas is actually saying.
And you know what? And see, you got to think. See, like, and that's what we were saying. like, you know what I'm saying, like an artist like Pac, like from what I understand and the things I've learned about Pac is that he was recording fast.
Yeah.
So he was recording the top of his thought. He wasn't like, there was a time in my career where I'm not gonna say the first thing I think of or the second thing. I'm gonna say like the 8th thing because I'm trying to gas it and I want to say something way down here. Pac was probably in the first thing he thought. I'm just going.
Yeah.
And that was the raw thought that he mastered way back in the day.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was the passion that he was saying it with, and it was the frequency. It was comfortable to the ear. Nas was just bars. And back then, I was on them bars. I mean, I was never deep into Nas, but I always thought he was hella raw.
Hella raw.
Hella raw. He was raw. He had a few that I was on.
He was virtually
You know
Tupac that didn't get in trouble. Remember when Tupac was Me Against the World?
Mm-hmm.
If he had stayed in that mode, him and Nas would have been very similar.
For sure. Yup.
When Tupac passed and DMX came about, did you look at him as somebody that was filling the Tupac void?
Nah, I didn't. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And rest in peace, DMX, too.
Rest in peace to DMX.
But I was never like a big DMX fan. I fucked with, he had a lot of songs that I fucked with, though.
Yeah.
He had a lot of songs that I fucked with, for sure.
He's my top 10.
You got him top 10? Okay.
When we were going to storytelling, right? Mm-hmm. Who are your favorite 3 storytellers? If you said this, if you had to give a heavyweight championship, a middleweight championship, and a lightweight championship to 3 rappers in storytelling, who you got?
Okay, one of the storytelling songs, because I was a baby, of course. I was super young when that shit came out. But that KRS-One, Love's Gonna Get You, that stuck with me forever.
Okay.
That was because it was so detailed. It was so, you know what I'm saying? You know, like that's when it came like really out the hole. So I would say that. Who else was a raw ass storyteller? Nas.
So KRS-One is getting the heavyweight championship.
That's the one that never, after a year, who knows what year that came out, and it stuck with me.
Okay.
So it was like, you know what I'm saying? It stuck with me. So other than that, who else was telling some raw ass stories? Nas was telling raw stories, so he's in that top. Who else had raw ass stories? Water had raw ass stories too.
Yes.
Raw.
That motherfucker could tell us.
He still do it. He still do it right now. He gonna go detail. And
in 16 bars though.
For sure. Cause see, Water ain't gonna do a verse without game being involved. You know what I'm saying? So it's always about dropping some game. Whatever the subject matter is, he got to make sure there's some game in there that you learn something from it. So it's deep. So yeah, I would say definitely the Water. How many we need?
Just 3.
There you go.
3. You know.
Oh, you know who else? Hold on, I got one more. You know who else was raw as fuck?
Let me guess.
Nope.
Okay, go.
No, go ahead.
Is he from the West Coast or the East Coast?
West Coast.
Ice Cube.
Respect to Ice Cube, but
Spice One.
There you go. Spice. Don't sleep on Spice.
Do not sleep on that nigga.
That nigga was cold. Still cold. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
What album do you feel like any genre sounds just as good today as the day it came out? I'm going to go first. I think Baduism by Erykah Badu aged very well.
Okay. Well, you saying who still did what?
What album?
Oh, they're still holding rank right now?
That sounds good today, just as the day as it came out.
So like a timeless album?
Yes, a timeless album.
Okay. That's a good one. That Badu. I think, you know, I gotta say another feel good project. It's so many. That's a hard one, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know, there's so much shit I used to be on, bro, that I still slap right now. How far back we gotta go?
It's timeless. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh, it's timeless.
Messi had a lot of shit that sound like it just came out from back then. You know what I'm saying? There's so many great artists that they shit still, you know what I'm saying? All Water shit still sound the same. Beela shit. You dig what I'm saying? Pac shit. Mm-hmm. I'm a rap connoisseur, so I'm just right now, my shit baffled.
Okay. So I got to ask you a question about relationships.
Uh-huh.
Do you feel like the person that cares the least about the relationship has the most control in the relationship?
Yes. Yes. Because sometimes when people know you care, they take advantage of that. Sometimes just not even consciously doing it. Just, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Okay. And this is what I want to know. Say like your spouse, right? Your spouse now had an ex-spouse that passed away, right? And they have a child. Is it okay for them to keep a picture of the child and the ex-spouse that's deceased on a desk at work?
So you're saying, so the spouse. Okay, so the new marriage, the previous marriage, do they have a child together?
Yes.
They have a child together. So that's that child's father being present on the picture.
Yes.
I mean, I don't think that's a problem.
Me neither.
I don't think that's a problem.
Some people say, hell no.
I mean, well, it just depends on where. I mean, well, you know, I think more than anything, the picture should probably be in the child's room.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know about just on display. I mean, you know, rest the dead. I ain't never talking bad about the dead. You understand that part? Down that part.
Hey, watch this. Oh no, nigga, don't do that.
Hold up, nigga. That way ain't gonna go the wrong way. But you know, yeah, I would say to a certain degree, it should probably be, you know what I'm saying, part of the child memories more than anything.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And I gotta ask you a question: is a dead homie's ex chick off limits?
For me, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, you know, I ain't knocking nobody that people do what they do, but I ain't one of them type of ones.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So what new album you got coming out?
Well, you know, first I start off with the singles, then I announce the album. So, you know, I don't really be dropping the whole albums no more. I mean, I do, of course, I drop, Hitta Slim has put out 8 projects in the past 2 years.
Damn.
So I drop projects, but I always drop singles.
That's right.
Because now it's like, you know what I'm saying, I feel like an album goes over people's heads sometime until they comfortable with the project. So I drop singles, and then you know, and then my people, my supporters that rock with me, they'll be like, hey, bro, when is the album coming? So I like to create a demand, and then I put the singles on the album, you know what I'm saying, and I definitely add a few new songs. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then you already like the album.
Yeah.
And I put some fresh meat on there for you. You know what I mean? And you good.
Last question before we get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
What 5 albums do you feel like were the most anticipated in rap? Which means the public couldn't wait for these to come out.
Okay. I mean, of course, All Eyes on Me when Pac got out.
I agree with that one.
You had Big, you know what I'm saying, Ready to Die. That was big anticipation. Carter 5 with Lil Wayne. They was going crazy for that. What else? Damn. You know, rap been kind of crazy, man. What other album? You know, everybody going, was rap. But I was going to say Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? They going crazy.
No, they waiting on that baby to come out right now. But that's something different. No.
Lil Baby?
No, her baby.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For surely. Yeah, man. I don't know who else had another one. But that's 4.
Okay. You forgot the most anticipated rap album of all time.
Go ahead.
Doggy Style by Snoop.
Fucking right. True.
So I go Doggy Style by Snoop. I agree with you on the All Eyes on Me. People could not wait on Ice Cube to come out after he left NWA.
No Vaseline and all that shit.
Yes, because they dissed him on Niggas for Life.
Okay.
I think Nas's second album was anticipated hard because after he dropped Illmatic.
That was the one with Lauryn Hill on it and all that?
Yes.
Okay.
That one, and then I would say 50 Cent.
50 was huge.
Because Wankster was arguably a diss song, right?
For sure.
So how is your single a diss song?
Right, he took it there.
Yeah, he took it there.
Hey, let me ask you something.
Yeah,
what you thought about the Super Bowl thing, the performance?
Oh, I'm glad you said that.
Let me interview you. It's on you. It's my turn, nigga.
Okay, what's happening?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell me your thoughts on the performance, man. Dr. Dre now.
I thought that it was dope because I was around during NWA.
Okay.
And I thought that it was just hella great that NWA spawned to have a white man part of the crew now.
For sure.
I thought that's how far hip hop came.
Tell me this. Did you see the clip of Snoop in the back like this? Hitting the weed?
Yeah, but I wasn't shocked.
No, I wasn't shocked either, but I was shocked. Because it just showed me like, man, that nigga is a real icon in the game to even be able to do that. I feel like any other artist probably would have did that. Your ass is getting blackballed out the game. It's finna be crazy, right? Well, how many people can do that? How many other artists can go up there on the Super Bowl? You know what I'm saying? He representing this flag. He pre-hip and he cripping.
Well, you know what? Snoop Doggy Dogg is one of those artists that's actually stitched into the heart of America where he could do a lot.
He can do a lot.
Like Cardi B. People love Cardi B. Mike Tyson, Old Dirty Bastard, Lil Wayne, Kodak Black. He's on that.
Do what he wants to.
Bushwick Bill.
I mean, at this point, the president at the time got Kodak out. They gonna let him do what he want, I guess.
So those are all similar people on the same train.
But they caught him in the back on the thing, hitting the thing, bro. I said, boy, nobody else. I don't think nobody else in the game could do that. Bro.
Well, it would have been more shocking if you would have seen him hit some Hennessy. You'd have been like, what is he doing?
Nah. I mean, I guess. Nah, but just.
I'm saying he smokes that much weed.
But you out there on the 50-yard line hitting a blunt, my nigga.
Well, I never don't. Like, when I think of Snoop Doggy Dogg, I think of weed.
I don't think that nigga will probably go in nowhere if he can't smoke.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. I don't think that nigga gonna go in nowhere he can't smoke, bro. Believe that.
You got some more questions for me?
How long you been doing these interviews?
3 years. August, 3 years ago. It'll be 3 years. You know what I'm saying?
So do you do all the interviewing, or do my dog ever come over here and take the stage?
No, it's all me.
Okay. All right, man. Yeah, we're going to have to schedule a time for me to come in here, man, write you out a list, man, and we're going to get to the bottom of this fame thing. You feel me?
Okay, for
fame
sure.
Media. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
You know, interviewed by your partner. You know what I'm saying?
I like that very much.
Let's go. I'm serious, too.
All right, for sure.
Yeah, man. Let's hold him to it, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
You going to be ready soon?
ASAP.
Okay.
ASAP.
You heard that?
Just give me 5-10 minutes to put my questions together, man. We're going to go there.
For sure.
Yeah, because I want to know about all the different artists you done had in here. Who did any interviews stand out to you? Did you know what I'm saying? Did anything hit home? Was it, you don't gotta say no names, but have you ever had an interviewer where you was like, man, get this motherfucker up out of here, man. This shit is crazy.
Can I say something? I have one word for you. Ready?
Go ahead.
Yes.
You hear what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I want to hear your side, because you done had a lot of people in this chair, and you done dealt with a lot of different artists and different egos and different attitude artists sitting up in here like, just whatever.
Hey, this motherfucker in my head, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean,
let me put some questions together for my dog, and we're going to have a real interesting show going on in this thing, because I'm going to have some deep ones. Them just the ones off the top of my head.
For sure. Yeah, hell yeah. I'm willing to answer all that.
Let's go.
And guess what? If I don't want to answer, you know what I'm going to say? That's classified, sir.
Hey, look. Hey, let me ask you this, though, real quick. Have you ever shut down an interview early? Like, hey.
Yeah. Yes.
Shut it down.
Yes, but you know what? That person actually spawned the idea because that person was like, I wasn't ready. Maybe we could start doing some mock interviews. So me and my homeboy Lil Rad from No Vultures, we might start getting together doing mock interviews for people that don't know how to interview, and at some of these youth places to teach them how to interview for jobs so then they could get the best success out their experience.
Go ahead. Okay. Yeah.
So, because
shout out Rab too. That's my dog.
For sure. Good guy.
For sure.
So everything is a learning experience.
For sure.
I'm learning that a lot of people that when they come here, some people have never had a job. So they never been in an interview more than once or twice or something like that. And guess what? If somebody been at a job for 13, 14 years, guess what? They haven't had a lot of interviews either.
For sure.
Because they've been doing the same motherfucking thing.
Right. But then it depends on what kind of job you had. Because if you're dealing with customer service, you got to know how to talk.
Yeah, but that's something different.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Talking to customers and taking an interview is two different things.
You're right.
Because now that you already have a job, there's a certain level of pressure that's not there when trying to get the job. Just like a first date, right?
For sure.
When you got her, I mean, you might know how to talk to your girl after you got her.
For surely.
But getting her is a different level
That's a different level of the game.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, a guy got to know how to talk. So you done dealt with all kind of artists. Have you had artists come in here and stumble and fumble?
Of course.
Okay.
That's all under the same. That's why they might have got sent home.
So look. So how do you do that? If you ask an artist a question, he might, I'm sure you done had artists come in here too high, can't speak, fumbling and bumbling.
Yeah.
What do you do?
That's all under the same thing.
Are you gonna say like, hey man,
well, I'm not gonna say that on camera. Then you know what? Guess what though? Look at my hands. You know what that mean?
Cut.
Wrap this shit up. Thank you, Steve. Yeah, he's looking down, but we communicate.
Yeah.
Yeah, we communicate like he's like calling plays over there.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah. It's plays in here. We look into the.
Hey,
we looking all around.
I want to say, Steve, too. Hey, man, I'm proud of y'all, man, because this shit is dope.
For sure.
This exceeded my expectation, bro. Just the setup is professional. It's good to see some brothers in here doing it like this and got it looking right, and it's put together right. It ain't no, you know what I'm saying? This
For
serious,
sure.
bro. I'm proud of y'all. It's a real time.
Man, thank you for coming on time. You know what I'm saying? And tell people where they can find you at.
Find me on TikTok. Find me on all platforms. Hitta Slim, HITTASLIM, and the number 1. Or just Google the Hitta Slim and all my platforms going to pop up. You know what I'm saying? Definitely interact with me, say what's up so I can holler back.
For sure. Now I'm Lawrence the One. Now it's only one number 1 around this.
Come on.
No.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm L-Deez, also known Lawrence the One, for another episode I Need to Know, and as usual.
Before we go, hold on. What we got here, man?
Oh, shea butter, man.
Stuff popping up. I saw some drinks and some hot sauce. I was finna take one of them hot sauces and something.
Oh, you know what? That's Darnell. That's Darnell sauce.
We got shea butter. Okay.
For sure.
We're going to put that, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Appreciate
for sure.
you.
Man, for sure. Well,
Thanks for having me, bro.
Well, I'm L-Deez, also known Lawrence One, for another episode of I Need to Know, and as usual, come on, you know what I want.